Hey folks, Amber Broadway here again. Great to see you again. We were just thrilled that this week's shoot is coming with some snow in the background. It's been a challenging December in terms of Mother Nature, but at least this last storm has overperformed, and it looks like there might be some coming in the next week or two.
Hope for another foot.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, really great. I'm so glad to be joined this morning by Trevor John, our patrol manager, who is also heads up our Avalanche dog program here, and he has his dog Lumen. And we're going to talk a little bit about this dog program and also share with you some really cool new merch that we have that has all of our amazing dogs on it. So, Trevor, do you want to share with our guests just a little bit about yourself and the dog, Lumen, and just about our dog program?
Sure. Yeah. Like Amber said, I'm the patrol manager here. It's my 17th winter. Been working with the dogs since pretty much the beginning. You get in as a young patroller, just digging dog holes and being interested. So before I got Lumen here, I worked with a couple different dogs. Got to a level of a bee handler certification, which is just what we do out on the mountain here. It's not the bigger, broader umbrella WBR test. And then had Lumen now. She's 9, turning 10 in February. So for the entirety of the time. Picked her up as a puppy at 8 weeks old. She is our one resort owned animal at this point.
Okay. And Trevor, I think, so we just were talking about this, Lumen's being shy. We have 3 working dogs. We have Lumen, Joni, and Honeybee.
Correct.
We have 1 dog in training, Nala.
Yep.
And then we have 1 retiree, Rio.
Yep.
Okay. So can you just share a little bit about like what goes into training and handling these dogs?
Sure. So we begin the whole process with a puppy test. So we were looking for really high drive dogs. Essentially drag a toy in front of the dog and it wants to attack it, shred it, beat it up. That's the kind of drive we're looking for. They also have to be obedient enough. So that's how it begins. Training starts right away with runaways. It's a big game of hide and seek. I get them excited, jump behind this bush or snowbank, and then we just progress from there. The working dogs that Amber is referring to, the A-level dogs, they do a test that's with a different resort. We're all part of a bigger umbrella called Wasatch Backcountry Rescue, but we'll reach out to the other resorts, ask if they can put on a WBR test. Like I'm an instructor, someone could reach out to me and test with me here. And once they pass that certification, it's 2 articles, up to 3 blind burials on an open slide path. You don't see anything. And the dog has to go out, sniff them out, find the lives. Articles aren't as important, but that's the test to get them to that A-level certification. Nala is hoping to get there this year, our young dog, as the candidate program. She's looking really good. And then right around Lumen's age is when we start to retire. She still really wants to work. We're a little short on dogs right now, so we'll work her in a little bit, but she's pretty close to a couch dog at this point.
Last year, I got to go out with Jasper, our friendly chatter supervisor. You get to hear him weekly, and he was running a test for a dog from Snowbird, right? Yeah. And that was, I have to tell you, I was really impressed. I hadn't done it before, and I was incredibly surprised at how much work. It's pretty like, it's very intensive.
It is.
For the handler and the dog.
Yeah, it's scary. Yeah, and resource intensive. You know, we got to bury people. We have to keep our radios quiet when they're coming in, bring them into the site. So both sides, it's a ton of work.
Yeah. So sometimes people ask questions. You know, we are a watershed, so people do ask questions sometimes because we do not allow domestic animals up here. But our Avalanche dogs are working. They are service dogs. And, you know, they are a really important tool and resource for the resort. You know, when you need them, you need them. And not only are they here to help our guests, so we always make sure we have 1 dog here every day, but they also get called out for the Wasatch Backcountry Rescue calls sometimes, right?
Yeah, indeed, true. But, you know, essentially they are in mountain resort dogs. So if an avalanche does occur, we don't expect everyone out here to be wearing a beacon. It's a great thing to do at a lot of these Class A avalanche mountains, but it's the last line of defense if you're not wearing a beacon. We go out with beacon first and a scuff search, so if we see you, that's the best way to be found. Lots of probe holes, stuff like that. Next wave is a reco, or beacon reco kind of comes the same, where we ping the little diodes in everyone's clothes. the tertiary wave is the dogs. They come in, we're already probed up. There's lots of aeration through the snow, and the dogs can pinpoint their search pattern based on that. And I kind of liken it. My favorite analogy is it's like a smoldering campfire, or it's kind of focused. The scent moves through the porous snow after it comes to rest, and then you're going to have an origination of scent on the snow surface, and then it's going to kind of cone out. So we just work the dogs into these cones based on the terrain and the winds, and that's how it works. Backcountry, hopefully people are wearing beacons. By the time we get there, it's usually not the best in, but you know, there's communities that aren't as educated or getting there and not wearing beacons as much. So yeah, we will respond all over the state of Utah to come help folks out and at least give closure.
Yeah, and thank you for that background, Trevor. Can you also sometimes too, we do get questions about, you know, sometimes we do have guests who have service dogs and they want to ask to bring them on the chairlifts. And, you know, why do we not allow service other than our Avi dogs? Why don't we allow service dogs on chairlifts?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, really, it boils down to the safety of all, the safety of the guest, the safety of the dog, the safety of the handler. But mostly, we're really thinking about our guests, not being 100% certain if this person has full control of the animal.
Right.
You know. So.
And you do a lot of training to get your dogs to ride the lifts.
We do indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So. Well, anyway, so Trevor, you'll see Trevor, we have Jasper, we have Kyle, with the active dogs, as well as Stephanie.
Yep.
And then Marvin has our retiree. And we do Avi dog demos throughout the winter.
Correct.
So it's a great time to come out and see these amazing team members in action. So keep your eyes on some of those. What we also wanted to share is we're really excited. We've got back some merch, our Avi dog merch. So we are selling in our stores, both in the village and over at Moonbeam. We've got these awesome these are adult shirts. And this one on the back is a picture of Joni. So Joni is, again, Jasper's dog. Awesome. We also have a really sweet hoodie. This one has all three of the working dogs. So it has Joni, Lumen, and Honeybee on the front. Really great. Really, it's plenty of time for Christmas. And then we also have a hat. I love this. I've seen this out a lot already. And this again has the three dogs on it. And then we're working on getting that apparel in kids. So that's still coming in, but we have these. So this is Lumen and this is Honeybee. And they've got the, you know, Solitude vests on. So some really great Christmas or holiday gifts if you're looking for things. And then we'll keep you updated too on when we get the kids, because we were both trying to get some kid gear for our kids, stocking stuffers, right? The last thing I want to share with you on the retail side is we are finally getting Solitude gift cards. So I know for some people you're probably thinking, why haven't you had these? This seems so simple. And it turns out it's a little bit more complicated when you have multiple different point of sale systems at the resort, and we have a new credit card processor. It has taken us 3 years to get this integrated enough. But we have these are gonna come online in the next week or two, and we'll have them at our retail stores, ticket office, rentals. And again, this will be a great opportunity. If you're not sure what to get somebody, you'll be able to buy a Solitude gift card and mail it to them, give it as a gift, a holiday gift, whatever. So we'll update either in the blog or social once these are live in the next 2 weeks. Trevor, Lumen, thank you so much for being out here. We appreciate it. Thank you for everything you do. Again, always want to give props to our patrol team who helps us pretty much getting this place ready and helping our guests when they are in need. So hopefully you won't need Lumen this winter, but I do hope that you get out to see her and the other dogs in action because it's pretty special. They're incredible team members of Solitude. All right, folks, thanks, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.